years we've been coming here to Queen's Park, although they used to let us up on the steps, you know, there. And when they used to let us up on the steps, we used to have rallies for the pro-choice movement to legalize freestanding abortion clinics in this country and win the right to abortion for women. And the media used to say to me and Dr. Morgentaler, they'd say, you know, you're never going to win this. The courts are against you. The cops are against you. The government's against you. And Dr. Morgentaler would always say, ah, yes, but the people are with us. And now we can say the same thing. The people are with us. 75, this is today's Star. 75% think it was a mistake to hold the G20 in Toronto. And whose decision was that? 67% say they support holding a public inquiry into G20 policing. And who has to call that? And but 54% disagree with police reacting at the summit. And we don't know who's responsible for that. It could be Blair, it could be somebody else who I have quite a memory of from way back in the 60s when he was chief of police, and his name is Julian Fantino. And let us not forget that he was still in charge of the OPP, and this stinks like his influence to me. The day we protested in front of the police the day after the arrests, there wasn't a single public figure, a single politician, except Andrea Horwath, the leader of the provincial NDP here, who stood up and spoke with us. And we had a chant at that rally, and it's because we wouldn't shut the fuck up that we got this kind of support from the public. So let's do it again. We won't shut the fuck up. 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 We won't. So I want to talk about Mr. Harper. Because, you know, I think Mr. Blair, Chief Blair, is responsible for a lot. But he's not responsible for having that. He's not responsible for having that meeting in this city. Harper's responsible. He's not responsible for beginning to create an atmosphere of fear. You know, a week before the G20, then Minister Stockwell Day, conveniently having resigned now, maybe so he could take the blame, but anyway, he said Toronto will be invaded by dangerous anarchists. He said it in a press conference. And I said, there hasn't been a dangerous anarchist in Toronto since 1895. And then there's, of course, Mr. Kenney, who's managed to, according to the Auditor General, misappropriate funds for graft in his riding using the G20 to do it. So I'm saying we have to hold these guys responsible. They're the ones really responsible, and we can only do that through a federal inquiry. And the second thing I want to say is that we had some window breaking and cop car burning in Vancouver a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and you know what? 6 cop cars were burned, and a hell of a lot more windows were broken, and a lot of people were put in the hospital, attacked by those rowdy, drunken hockey fans. And only 100 people were arrested. 100. So maybe a few more. So you tell me, less damage, no on persons at all. No violence, just vandalism. We now have absolute evidence that the people arrested are political prisoners. They were arrested for political reasons, not for criminal reasons. So I say drop those charges. Not only because the police, by their own admission, were completely incompetent, but also because the arrests themselves are politically motivated, and for certain the conspiracy charges, very serious charges, against the organizers of all the demonstrations, and remember how many there were. Every day starting on the 18th, women's rights, queer rights, Aboriginal rights, environmental justice, and then the big rally on Saturday. There were huge police presences, and these organizers were arrested before anything happened that was even vaguely criminal. So I say, drop those conspiracy charges and drop them now.